Hello, this is the Itinerant Gamer here with another Magic the Gathering Arena video. So I thought today, with all these little challenges we have sitting around, and it's coming up on the holiday season, so I'm still not sure exactly what I'm going to do over the holiday season, what my posting schedule will be like. I have some things going on in life that I got to deal with that could complicate being able to record things. But at least for this week I can still record stuff. So I thought we would tackle some of these challenges here. Got this one here for killing 15 of opponent's creatures. So a little while ago I had another one of these challenges. And I built this janky deck that I'm sure confuses our opponents immensely. All it is a whole pile of removal. So we've got essentially 3 of most of the spells here. I decided, because this is a jank deck, not to burn any wild cards here, except on stuff I thought might be more universal. So we've got, for instance, at the lower part here, at 1 mana cost, we've got Bloodchief's Thirst, where we can simply destroy a cheap creature, or for the kicker cost of 4 mana, we can kill anything. Well, any creature or planeswalker. Then we've got something here for killing a small creature, and then we've got something for a sort of semi-cheap creature, anything for 3 CMC or less. That's converted mana cost. And then we've got our Feed the Swarm here. Destroy target creature or enchantment an opponent controls. You lose life equal to that permanent's converted mana cost. Heartless Act. We can either destroy a target creature with no counters on it or remove 3 counters from a target creature. So there's some creatures opponents cast that come in as 0/0s but then get counters on them. We can destroy them. Or we can just destroy a creature point blank that has no counters on it at all. So it's kind of handy. Also useful to help us survive a bit longer if we can't actually remove anything. But we're going to die unless we strip off some counters from a target creature. Say a 1/1 that's become a 4/4, we can bring it back to a 1/1 by stripping 3 counters off it, if we don't have one of our other removal spells in hand. Then here we've got Reave Soul. Destroy target creature again with power 3 or less. Elspeth's Nightmare, which I happen to have one of, again removes a creature. We can then hand hate for a little bit to control the opponent, and also helps us deal with people who recur stuff from their graveyards. But mainly I've got it in here as removal. And then here we can destroy things. Basically destroy a creature. Now we don't have the mana for this part, for the next part here, for the green and white. Yep. And then we've got Vanquish the Weak. It's an instant as well. Destroy target creature with power 3 or less. Pretty self-explanatory. Murder, of course, my favorite. Just kill the thing. At instant speed, which is super sweet. Murderous Rider. Again, we can destroy a creature at the cost of 2 life to us. That's fine. And also, it's a creature we can drop on our battlefield and have it protect us for a while whilst we destroy more of our opponent's creatures. We could also swing in for some beatdowns too, if we happen to be fortunate enough to have already cast the that side. Okay, and then we've got Pestilent Haze. Another sorcery. We do -2/-2 on all creatures. That won't kill our Murderous Rider, except make it a 0/1 for that turn. We could also use it to chop off some loyalty counters on a planeswalker. This is useful for wiping off a bunch of white weenies. That's why I have it in there here, but only as a 2/of. And this one here allows us to kill some walls. Although I just put it here for fun. Again, this deck is a jank deck. Don't burn any wild cards to build it. It's completely silly. We probably won't win most of the time. We're just trying to kill as many of the opponent's creatures as possible here. Essentially all the removal I could think of that made sense that was in my collection. There might be more. This is what I came up with. I didn't want to do more than 2 colors either. So anyhow, got Bone Crusher Giant. I'm sure you're familiar with him. 2 damage to any target on the Stomp adventure. And also is a creature, which will do 2 damage to opponent if they decide to try to remove it. And then we've got Molten Blast. And my mouse battery just died. So I had to just quickly plug it in. Okay. Where were we? Molten Blast. Instant speed. We do 2 damage, which will remove a lot of things. Or keep a Planeswalker from ultimating. And also we can destroy an artifact. There's plenty of artifact creatures in people's decks also. So we could use this to nuke those. Bake into a pie, 2 copies of this. Destroy target creature and create a food token. Again, keep ourselves alive. We could sacrifice this thing and gain 2 life to stay in the game a bit longer. And allow us to remove more of our opponent's creatures. Finishing blow. At the top end, destroy target creature or planeswalker. So there you go again, another destroy. And then I put this in at the top end, very, very top end, just in case we happen to get lucky enough to get it. We can wipe all their walls as a side benefit. And it's a 5/5 flyer. Whenever it attacks, if the defending player has no walls, it deals 2 damage to each creature without flying the player controls. So this has got sort of a bit of removal on a stick as well. So yeah, kind of handy, I thought. And then our lands. And that's it. Okay, so now that we've gone over the deck a bit, and I've given you a bit of a tour of it, let's get into some games. Again, because this is Jank, we're not going to play in ranked, because that would make me sad. Okay, here we go. Eduardo, I've played against you before. I'm pretty sure. I recognize that name. Well, of course, I think everyone can have different names, and then you have that unique number at the end that makes your ID unique. Could be a different Eduardo. What have we got here? So we've got all our removal all the way up the curve. And we go first. Well, I think we'll keep this. We've got our 2 lands to pay for the first few spells. Off we go. Good old Ruin Crab. Well, that can die. So let's see here. I think power 2 or less, or CMC 3 or less. I think we do this one. Goodbye to opponent's creatures. Another Ruin Crab. Ah, they milled away some lands. Well, that makes me a little sad. They're in a mill deck. Okay. Oh, alright. So if they're going to be in a mill deck, okay, then I think we need to kill that thing. Let's see here. What do we do? Do we do eliminate? CMC 3 or less? I think not yet. I think we use you. Or we can Bone Crusher Giant. But that's 2 damage. That's not enough. So I think we kill you. Because that thing has effects that take place every single turn. Ooh. That was brutal. What did that do? Goodness. Okay. Well, we did get a land despite being milled half to death here. So I think we do you, kill you. So we've already destroyed a lot of the opponent's creatures here. How many we in the library? We got 36, eh? Okay, so I think we drop Bone Crusher down. All right. Opponent decides to kill our giant. Soaring Thought Thief. Okay. So let's see here. 3 or less. Yep. And then I think we just pass the turn over. See what opponent casts. Hopefully it's something with 2 toughness. If we're lucky. Let's see here. Do we want to... Arguably, it's more mana efficient for us. Yes. Okay. Yeah, I really wouldn't want to. Let's see, if we cast you, if nothing else, we'll get removal out of the opponent. Yep. And do 2 more damage to them. At least getting them down to a life total lower than ours. So that's something. Heartless Act, eh? Okay, I think we'll pass the turn back to the opponent, see what they cast next. Got all the lands we could possibly need. Yep. Okay. Let's see. Let's drop you. Gain some life back. Holy smokes! Talk about drawing all your eliminates in a row, eh? Goodness me, wow. Holy smokes. Okay. Opponent's going to the graveyard, try to figure out what our deck is. How much? 28 cards left in our library? Well, one thing we don't have is enchantment removal. So if they... Okay. So we have 23 cards left in our library. They have Sweet Oblivion that they can escape. Okay, so I think... What do we do here? Do we just cast a creature? How many cards are we at? We've got lots of removal. So I think we actually cast the creature side of Murderous Rider. And end a turn. Goodness me. Okay. Yep. Nothing else. It's not in our graveyard, and it boosts up our library by 1, so that's cool. Opponent is escaping that thing again. Sweet Oblivion. Now that's an interesting card. Sweet Oblivion. Making a note of that one for mill. Because I have a mill deck that I'm constantly trying to upgrade. So let's see here what opponent does. Yep, we are going to die to mill, guys. However, We are accomplishing our goal here of destroying all their things. I'm not sure the opponent knows what our deck is. Apart from that feels kind of daft and stupid. And like I said, we got unlucky by being matched with a mill player. Ah, okay, interesting. We can afford to be milled maybe 1 or 2 more times with that thing. And then we are scuppered. Actually, opponent's going to mill us to death before we get a chance, unfortunately. 6, 7. Oh, that's such a shame. We are so close to casting you. That makes me super duper sad. Oh, that wounds me. Oh, no. Oh, dear. Discard what? You, I suppose. Oh, that pains me so much. Auto pay. Surely no counter spells. I forced them to scry right away. I'm alright with that. Burn through more of their mana. Not only that, but they had to burn through all their blue mana, so they can't escape Sweet Oblivion right now. So, you know what? It's honestly not that bad. So, let's see. What is the opponent going to do with their scry? Do they get anything useful? I wish our Siege Dragon had haste, because knowing our luck, what they're going to do is have removal in one of those 2 cards in their hand. What I really wish is that wall was still up, because then we'd wipe it off the face of the earth with the Siege Dragon. Let's see, 6, 7. We're actually at our 7 mana that we need to be at now for the Siege Dragon. Opponent is thinking deeply, or is Alt F forward? They shouldn't, though. I think we really ticked off our opponent there. 6, 7. We need 2 red mana, unfortunately. Our opponent used all of their timeouts there, so I'm not sure what's going on with them. Aha. And now we are most certainly dead. If the opponent plays their cards right, so to speak, we are definitely dead. Because they can mill us twice. Yep. We were so close to casting Siege Dragon. Okay. This makes me very, very sad. I will destroy that thing, though. And let's see here. Can we do anything else? And how many cards we have left in our library? We'll say good game here to opponent. And I'll just do this for nothing. Oh, all right. Really? How interesting. So it's our turn. We need to keep the enchantment up. Let's see here. I think we do this. All right. Reach aside, please. Brings us to 2 cards in our library. Alright. Nice. And there we go. We're dead. Alright. Auto dead. Alright. Let's see, how many of these assignment things did we get done? Well, halfway there. Alright, so I'm going to leave the next game for the next video, as we're at 22 minutes or so right now. And I'll see you in the next video. This has been the Itinerant Gamer. I want to thank you so much for watching, liking, and subscribing. And we will indeed see you in the next one. Goodbye for now.